to Make and Take Tuesday. This is a little series where we get creative and I share some of my brand new products that I have in my studio and we make something beautiful. Today we are working with Spellbinders, these adorable little spring dies. These are called Open House Spring, and they're designed to be used with the door base die, which I do not have. But I figured out a way to use these to make a really cute card. These bunnies are super adorable. And then the wreath, the itty flowers, and then these little petal flowers that you put together. So this is what inspired the project. And then I also have some Prima leaves and pollen bits. And then I pulled out from my stash, I've had this for a while, but I've never used it, Stamperia Celebration by Joanna Rivero. And this is a really bright, cheerful collection. And I thought that these really look like spring colors to me, spring images, all the little buds and open windows and baskets of posies and things like that. So I pulled this out along with the collectibles, which is the 6x12, which has all these cut apart pieces. And then the acrylic die cuts. These are the thin, kind of partly see-through die cuts. I also found in my stash, and I'm not sure where this came from, I've just had this chipboard piece forever that looks like a Palladian window. And it was just chipboard. I backed it with clear cardstock, 3 layers of foam tape, and turned it into a little shaker window. And I want to tell you how I did the kind of weathered window look. This was super easy. I dry brushed it with a little ivory chalk paint, left some of the chipboard showing through. This is before I did all the clear cardstock on the back. And then I just came in and spattered pink chalk paint over it and dry brushed in a few little areas. And it kind of created this really cool old window look. And then I filled it with my shaker mix. These are from Buttons Galore and More. I have, this one is Spring Blooms. These are the Sparklets. These are Barefoot Beach. And then these are so cute. These are the Sprinklets. And they're Fimo clay that are cut into thin slices. Really, really cute. So very springy. And then I took some of the clear acrylic die cuts and put them in the window as well. And I really love the way this turned out. I've got a little bit of schmutz right there on my window. Let me grab that out of there before I start gluing things down. So because I knew I was using this long and skinny window die, I decided a slimline card would be the best card base for this. So I took one 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock and I scored it at 4, 4 1/4, 8 1/4, and 8.5. And this creates this little trifold card, which I lined with slightly smaller panels. Each of these panels is 4 inches, so not quite 3 7/8, like a 1/16 of an inch below that. And then the patterned paper. We made a little pocket over here, and if you've never made a pocket, if you go to my Kathy by Design YouTube channel, you'll find all kinds of pocket tutorials. Dress this up a little bit, put a honey stick and a little peach colored tea bag in there. Create a little sentiment panel over here with some of the fussy cuts, room to write a little note. And these are fussy cuts, this bucket, this cute little open window, and this open window that I used as a turn tab. So that's the inside of the card. Really basic, really easy to make. On the front, our gray panel is going to be just under 3 7/8 inches by 8. And I'm by 8 and hold on, 3/8 inches. So see, it's not quite 3 7/8. And I did this just because that's the size margin I wanted. And see, this is not quite 8 and not quite 8 and 3/8. Sorry, it's Monday. I had company all weekend, so I'm a little catching up a little bit here with my brain. And then the patterned paper panels are all cut to 3 5/8 by, hold on, 8 and not quite 1/8. So that's the basics on that. Super simple card base to make. Now we're going to dress up this window. This is how I use that little wreath die. And I cut one layer of it from heavy cardstock, and then I cut 2 more layers from patterned paper, and I spaced them out with little foam tape bits in between, and then staggered the petals to make this really full looking spring wreath. The little flowers are also made super simple. You just die cut them and push in the middle and then put a little rhinestone in there. So I'm going to take this foam tape off the back, and because we staggered these layers and we did more than one layer, you can add the foam tape on the back and it does not show, which is a really nice feature. And I'm going to put just a dab of hot glue on each of these foam tapes, because sometimes over time foam tape loses its stickiness. And I want to center this right over this part of the cross piece on our window. This guy, I'm not sure if I'm going to place him yet. I've got my little bunnies. Look how cute these are. These take a little bit, I'm not going to lie to you, they take a little bit of work to put together, but they're so cute. There's even the little bow tie die in there that I used, one of these new Spellbinders essential gems in the center of. I also used the essential gems in the center of the posies. But so cute when die cut from patterned paper. And I did the same thing here, where I die cut it out of heavy cardstock and then came back and did the patterned paper. So we're just gonna mess around here and see what kind of layout we want to have. I did make the welcome mat. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not. So I'm just trying to figure some things out, and you can kind of come along on the trip with me. I thought this would be really cute laid down here. I want it to look like the bunnies are decorating their house for spring. And yes, I have a childlike mind. Not childish, but childlike. So I put my foam tape on the back of this little banner piece from the paper collection. And I'm going to layer this right along here. And then I made 2 itty bitty bows with iridescent metallic string from Really Reasonable Ribbon. I'm going to put one here, and I'm going to put one here, just to kind of integrate this into the scene so it looks like it belongs. And then I've got these itty bitty buttons from Buttons Galore, and I want to use, I think, the pale pink. So I'm going to put another dot of glue here and just put a little pale pink button right there in the center of our bow, and another little dab of glue right there, and another wee little button. And see, that just makes, to me, that just makes this banner look like it belongs there instead of just being stuck there. So there's that. Then I know up here I want to decorate these corners. So again, I tied a couple of bows. These are 2-inch bows with the iridescent metallic string. Oh my goodness, I promise I did not drink this weekend. I am fatigued because I stayed up way too late and laughed way too much and had such a good time. All right, so those go in the corners. Then I've got these little buttons to go there and there. And I used the yellow to pick up on the yellow in the designer paper down here, just to make things cohesive. See how much more that looks integrated into the scene already? So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take one of our little bunnies and we're gonna put him right here in this corner of the window, because otherwise he kind of gets lost. And again, I just put a tiny dab of hot glue on the back of that foam tape. Now I have this ladder and watering can, from the acrylic die cuts that come with the collection. And I want this to go right here. These are the little petal flowers that I showed you. And the way you do this, there's a die cut circle and you just start layering the centers of your petal layers in there on top of one another. And then when you're all done, you put this little piece in the center to finish them off. And we're gonna layer in some greenery. I think. Where's our other little bunny? I want him to be going up the ladder. Like this. Cute, cute. All right. Now I have to figure out where to put these flowers. Some of you tell me you have fun figuring out where I'm going to put my flowers. I'm kind of wishing I hadn't put this bunny here so I could put my flowers there. See if I can get him up without causing a disaster. Oops. All right. Because I want these flowers kind of in the corner here. So I want this pretty trailing piece. Right here. And then this piece. Let's see. Okay, let's bring our card cover in here so I can figure out the placement for that mat, because I think I am going to use it. Let's get this glued down. Yeah. This is going to go right here in the center at the bottom. And that is all there is to that. So I'll clean up my glue webs. I might glue some of these leaves down just a little bit better. But there you go, guys. Make and Take Tuesday. I know this is a super simple tutorial today, but man, I'm lucky I got it done after company. They didn't leave until Monday morning, so I came right in here and got to work. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got some ideas, learned about some new products that you might enjoy working with. If you enjoyed, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you along for the journey. This is Kathy Clement, Kathy by Design. Go get your craft on. Bye.